Hey, hi. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for March 17th, 2024. So yeah, it's nice here. The weather's been kind of funky, kind of humid, kind of wet, kind of like it's okay for me. I'll just hang out in here. Me and the dogs have still been able to go on our walks. And then that's the important part, because everybody's got to go to the bathroom, and it's good exercise for me too. I don't want to be like sitting here. I'll go nuts, kind of. I have to be doing things, because otherwise then I start thinking about stuff and the past, and then that's where the hard work comes in for me, having to deal with my mental health issues. Because I don't know if I mentioned before, it's like a daily thing I have to do. I'm not on any drugs. I don't take pharmaceuticals. So it's like when things happen, or when I'm triggered and my mind starts going nuts, I have to just sit down and relax for a minute and just be like, take some deep breaths, try to meditate a little bit, try to just like, because, trauma's hard to get over. It's hard. And like, it's like people think, okay, you look okay out here, everything. No, I have to work hard every day with my mental health, especially if I don't want to take these drugs that the VA is pushing, and I don't want to be a drug addict with these drugs on the street that are killing people. Yeah, like the fentanyl, they're starting to sneak that. People are sneaking that into weed and killing people. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm out here because I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to be away from the craziness, because I see it all over. I see it everywhere. And you cannot avoid that stuff. All you can do is just try to keep to yourself and just, it's nuts, So anyways, like, I had to take a breath and step back for a minute and try to just calm down, because it started on the walk, on this morning's walk. I could not get my son out of my mind, like my son, and I was starting to feel like I wanted to cry, and I was just like, oh my goodness, and I just stopped in the middle of where I was. I didn't care who was looking, and I said, please God, please protect my son. Something's going on. I don't know what. And it could be all just in my head, but I'm feeling some kind of way when it comes to my son. So I was out there praying for a minute, asking for his protection, for him to be protected and take care of him. And I don't know, and then so I did that, and then I kept walking. And, we kind of have to walk a little bit, because it takes a minute for the dogs to have to go. So we did a kind of a big walk, and I came back. And I sat down, and I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, let me just sit down. Let me take some breaths. Let me just try to relax for a minute. And then so I made some coffee, and then I started making my breakfast. And then while I was making the breakfast, I could not stop thinking about him again. So I had to sit down, and I had to, just relax for a second. And then I was thinking about something, because that's a lot of the healing process, is to ponder on things and to think about things, and why did things play out this way, and how did this happen, and just it's a process. It's not easy either, and it's not like I can go to these online therapies. No, I can't, because I have tried that. I've also tried calling the veteran crisis line, which y'all know how I feel about that if you've been watching the videos. It's just, it's terrible. It's like those lines is going to lead people to get so frustrated to go and do something terrible to themselves. Okay? Y'all don't have to believe me on that, but if you haven't called and you haven't questioned and you haven't dealt with them, you will never know. I have a lot. Yeah. you know what? Like I said before, if someone's going to do it, they're going to do it. They're not going to call the crisis line. You know, because whenever I tried to hurt myself in the past, I never called them. I just went in to go do it. And then when I decided to call them, which was pretty much recently because the VA was triggering me and my PTSD and all this other stuff I got going on for me, I was thinking, I was getting angry, I was getting mad, and I was thinking like, gosh, I just want to kill myself, you know? And then, you know, I finally found somebody. It's like you got to ask who answers the phone, what degree do you have? And most of them don't have one. It's some veteran's wife who has no idea. Or it's just some random person on there that they give a little piece of paper that probably they got to read from. You got to make sure you ask, who are you talking to? Because you want to talk to a veteran or someone with a degree in that field. You don't want to talk to all these others that they're helping you out. No, we have so many veteran suicides out here, and it's probably because of that line too. You know, I know the VA is the cause of a lot of veteran suicides. I know that for sure because I went through it. I went through the abuse of the VA. And you know what? Even other people who are not veterans, who are suffering from some sort of mental illness, going to these hospitals out here, they are traumatizing too. I don't trust nurses because nurses use abuse of power. That's what they do. Don't ever tell them that you have a mental health issue. Don't ever admit that stuff to them because automatically that's when they take over and that's when they start taking advantage of you. They don't want to help you properly. They don't want to give you the care you deserve. None of that. And they want to just call you crazy and they want to call the security in on you because they don't want to do their jobs. Yeah, like that, what is it? Baylor, Scott, and White? Horrible hospital, horrible nurses, horrible people there, especially in the emergency room. That place is the devil's house. You know what I'm saying? They are not good. They are not, especially to those with mental health issues, like the one I went to in Taylor, Texas. Absolute monsters that work there. Anyways, and you know, you can find online where people are talking mad smack about these people because of the abuse that they got from them. And they probably never got help. They probably never got retribution for the suffering that these nurses, emergency room nurses, have put them through. Guaranteed. Because I tried to speak to lawyers and stuff, and I told them even that the security guards have body cams, that you can check those. Did they go and do anything? No. Because Baylor, Scott, and White hospitals, they are part of the community, and they give to the community. They give lots of money to the community, this company or whatever. So no one wants to fight against them. That's why no one, you know, it's like I don't think anybody can sue them because they are a lot of the money in that area or whatever area they reside in. So it's really hard. It's terrible. It's terrible out here. This is why I have to go for my own healing. Otherwise, I'm going to be abused by these people, abused by the VA. Yeah, no, thank you. I've had to take matters into my own hands. I also have to pay for my own medical expenses most of the time. Because the VA is just so slow, they're so inadequate, and it's just like, sucks. It sucks. Anyways, enough of that. So I was thinking about my son, you know, while I was cooking, and I was like, dang. So I sat down for a minute and I prayed again. This time I couldn't stop the tears. I was crying and like, oh my goodness, like, wow. You know, begging God, please protect my son, please, my wayward son, right? And just, I don't know, you guys. But I do want to talk about something in the next video that I noticed, and maybe a lot of you who have been through traumas and family traumas, some of you guys might resonate with what I'm going to talk about, because I realized something, because I was sitting and pondering again, because I do a lot of that. I sit and I think about stuff. I think about the past. I think about how things could have possibly happened. I look stuff up, whatever. I didn't have to look anything up. I just knew, because I saw a trend in my own life. If you see trends in your life of things happening, take those into consideration. It's kind of like, what do you call that? I can't think of the word. It's like when it's being passed down, generational, I guess they would call it generational curses, but it's not really a curse. What it is, it's just like abuse from the past coming here and coming and keep on moving down until somebody stops it. Until somebody wakes up and says, I'm not going to let this happen. I don't want, to think like this. And even though I'm not going to have any more children anymore, and I can't really pass the kindness or whatever onto my child, or the truth onto my child, because, I'm just not going to have any more children. I'm old, I'm done. That's just, that's just how it is, and, so yeah, if you're interested in that, it's not really Bible-y stuff. It's more on a spiritual level kind of stuff, because as you guys know, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I don't believe in the Bible, though, because the Bible's a book of lies. Okay? That's why I'm like thinking, I gotta get the Ethiopian Bible, because I think there's more truth in that. And they keep all the books in there. They didn't take anything out. They just, you know what I'm saying? I just want for myself, because I want to read it. It's good for the mind to read. Okay. But, yeah, I'm a spiritual person. I just, maybe I have some Protestant in me, right? Protestant, but not any of the other sects of religion that are from Protestant, because they are making their own stuff up too. I'm going by, I think, because I don't remember, I didn't speak Hungarian when I was younger, but I think some things were told and taught to me through that church and my mother in English, kind of, but I'm a spiritual person, but I believe in God, and I believe in angels. I believe in spirit guides. I believe that we are being watched by our spirit guides, our passed on loved ones. I believe in all that stuff, and I don't think that it's demonic or anything. I honestly, I feel like I've been led in the proper direction from God, my spirit guides, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And as long as I just do good and I'm good to others, regardless of their race or religion or anything, then I think I'm good. There is something that I don't like, and I will straight up admit it. I don't like that people are using my gender as a Halloween costume for their daily use. I don't like that. And if I go into restrooms out here, I am afraid to go in there and a man walk in with the wig. I'm sorry if anybody, because I'm in danger. That's why the dogs come with me. And I'll tell you what, I've been in there with my dogs right in front of the shower with me, and the camp host came in one time, and they stood up quick to see who the hell, and I'm like, and I peeked out, and it was a woman, and I said, I'm sorry. I said, I'm afraid of a man coming in here with a wig, because I have experienced that before. And no. And all the terrible things that you hear happening out here, and oh gosh. I'm sorry if anybody's against me or hate me for that. I'm sorry. I'm just looking out for myself and my own safety. That's all. I will tell you one thing. I just thought of it, because this was something I was thinking about too. What are we going to do when there's a draft? Because there might be a draft. Because ain't nobody want to join. Because everybody's switching their genders, thinking, you know what, if you are on the draft and they pull you in and you're a man wearing a wig, they're gonna still put you in with the gender you belong to. You're still gonna have to go there. Women too, you're still gonna have to go. They're gonna do it by that. If you go to jail, they're gonna put you in with the right gender. I mean, you know, what else can I say about that? Anyways, that's all I have. You know, that was just a quick, I guess, little rant at the end there. But it's something I'm passionate about. And I'm passionate about, you know, my safety. Why not? Why shouldn't I be? Especially when you see people out here hurting each other. Everybody, you see parents hurting their kids and spouses killing their spouses and, you know, mothers killing their children and putting them in suitcase. Just terrible things. Terrible things. Anyways. Oh, yeah. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I won't be out there drinking. I'm going to be hiding from all those people, basically, because they're going to get violent out. There's going to be violence out there, guaranteed. I can't wait to see what comes on in the news is, you know, and I try to stay away from that, but sometimes you can't help it. It's right in front of your face. And you're just like, oh, shoot, you know, like, every time I open my other phone, because I have the Metro, always showing something about some sort of horrible thing happening. Look, every time I open the phone. Oh, it didn't do it this time. Interesting. Let me see if it does it again. I'm going to try one more time. Ooh, it didn't do it this time. But normally it does. I wonder if I have the app right here. Oh, Metro Zone. Yeah, like the Metro Zone turns on. And then it shows, you know, all these advertisements of things that are happening, you know, the devil in Hollywood and just all this, you know, darn, you know, just terrible things, you know, about that girl that got beat down and she's fighting for her life, a mother with a child in the darn suitcase. That mother who put her child in the baby pen and threw food in there and left, and it was like a toddler, like a little baby, and left to go on vacation. We got some crazy people out here. It's getting worse, you guys. The headlines are just horrible around, you know, and it's so sad. It's so sad to see this stuff, you know, and I don't know how to stop that from turning on. All of a sudden now it's not turning on though, which is fine, because I don't want to see any more of that terribleness. But I'll tell you what, it's scary out there, you know, and I'm just so happy I have my dogs here. And, you know, I don't really carry weapons or anything like that because, you know, I feel like, you know, I just need to have faith in God and my spirit guides and whoever's out there, because it's terrible out there. People trying to hurt each other. A lot of it is politics too, and people who are unknowing, who try to put the blame on anyone they can when they should be the ones to blame, because it's supposed to be power to the people, and the people are supposed to make the decision, but nobody wants to step up and do anything about it. They just want to post stuff on Facebook or make fun of this person. What is that doing? Oh, I'm exercising my right to freedom of speech. Okay, but you look stupid. But it's all right if that's how you feel. Go for it. You know, I mean, what can you do? You know, because you are ignorant. Anyways, I'm gonna do another video. It's not like, you know, a religious one, but it's like a spiritual one, I guess. No, it's just remembering stuff. It's not even spiritual. It's just remembering things. So that's all I have. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day for anybody, you know. I don't really celebrate holidays, but that's what day it is today, you know. I'm Mona, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.